Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
For only $23.90. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Good afternoon on you guys' end. Good evening from my end. 46 minutes past the top of the hour. We are a little bit late, but better late than never. Karibuni sana once again to the Africa Today show. Everyone live with me on Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, and on the radio station. Today we shall be talking about Smokey Robinson. I have no idea who that is. We shall be digging into that. But along this conversation, we shall be talking about Ibrahim Traore, and of course the response he had for the general, that is the U.S. General Langley, what he had to say about the resources literally coming from the country of Burkina Faso. But along that, we're talking about the FBI, which did bring or send an alarm of dangerous 764 online network that is targeting children. I'll be sharing details on that. And we're talking about child trafficking again. This is 7 days ago. And I remember me sharing a video that was talking about during the Biden administration, so many kids disappeared. And Trump making America great. Why is this still happening? Question of the day. But of course, without wasting much more of the time, I'd love to remind you one more time. Of course, I keep on saying this, download our app on the Google Play Store. Very easy for you to find if you are an Android user. If you are an iPhone, Apple user, we have an active website link, www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. Enjoy all the shows. They are uploaded on Rumble, BitChute. So once you have the app, you'll be taken to all these platforms in case the shows are privatized on YouTube. But I hope you guys get to enjoy today's conversation. Once again, karibuni. So let me start with this particular video right here as we wait to get deeper into the main conversation of what is happening with Smokey Robinson.
First, he talks about Burkina Faso's gold that we supposedly use for our protection and everything. First of all, it's Burkina Faso's gold. It's not his gold. That's the first thing. What business is it of his? It's none of his business. It's Burkina Faso's gold. It doesn't concern him. Secondly, he lied because Burkina Faso never had gold reserves until we arrived. We are the ones who started reserving gold in the treasury of Burkina Faso. Otherwise, there wasn't a single gram of gold reserve in Burkina Faso. That means he's a liar again. And the aspect that hurt me the most, not because he's a general or because he's American or whatever, it's because he's black. And it hurts a lot to see that they use a black man to fight a black man. The black race must not be used to fight black people. And every time it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And that's what we deplore. And it hurt us a lot to see that it was a black man who made these remarks. In a fiery rebuttal to U.S. General Langley's remarks before the Senate, Traore, during an interview on RT while in Russia, once again makes it clear. Burkina Faso's gold, its partnerships, its army, its future, belongs to no one but the Burkinabe people. He refuses to let foreign generals, especially black ones used as pawns by Western systems, define Africa's path. His words during this interview were not just defiance. They are a blueprint for African liberation, rooted in truth, powered by unity, and driven by a vision of total sovereignty. Aside several other topics discussed, this is more than a response. It's a rallying cry for every African who believes the continent must rise, reclaim its dignity, and take back control from those who've profited off its suffering for too long. Traoré isn't asking for permission. He's building a new Africa, and he's daring the rest of us to stand with him. This is uplifting Africa.
Mr. President, regarding the remarks of the AFRICOM commander before the U.S. Senate, your government reacted firmly, denouncing unfounded accusations about Burkina Faso's sovereign choices. What do you say in particular to Washington, which continues to question the legitimacy of your current partnerships, notably with Russia? And how do you intend to defend Burkina Faso's image on the international stage in the face of this type of discourse?
I wish they had a better translator more than this. This is just, but anyway.
Anyway, we are free to establish relations with whomever we want. That's independence. So on this point...
Exactly, because, most of the African nations, the US always approaching you. The US is the one to detect to you how you can and can't move. And of course, not really the US, but we know through whom, how they move. So this is independency, like you said.
They can continue to think what they want. We will go where we want, provided that this partnership can be mutually beneficial for each party. Regarding his remarks, as you said, we protested through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That's one thing. But I don't know what happened with this general. There is a concern, and I hope perhaps that he makes his best mea culpa. If he was sent, then he should understand that it's not the right mission. If he was misled, he should say it publicly. Or if he was wrong before the Senate. Or if it's bad intention, well, we will confront him as necessary. Because everything he said is a lie. And it's very vile to see an adult lie. To see an adult general...
Exactly, like, why lie?
...officer of a great army lie. It's very serious. First, he talks about Burkina Faso's gold that we supposedly use for our protection and everything. First of all, it's Burkina Faso's gold. It's not his gold. That's the first thing. What business is it of his? It's none of his business. It's Burkina Faso's gold. It doesn't concern him. Secondly, he lied because Burkina Faso never had gold reserves until we arrived. We are the ones who started reserving gold in the treasury of Burkina Faso. Otherwise, there wasn't a single gram of gold reserve in Burkina Faso.
True.
That means he's a liar again. The other thing, when he says we use it for protection and everything, we are free. If the people decided that we govern them, we have a duty to protect ourselves. So, we are free. What business is it of his? And the aspect that hurt me the most, not because he's a general or because he's American or whatever, it's because he's black. And it hurts a lot to see that they use a black man to fight a black man. And that hasn't started now. It has to stop. It's very dangerous. Even Libya, they destroyed Libya. They still used a black man. In American movies in the past, black people always play the bad role, but we thought it was just in the movies. But why must black
Even in reality, exactly.
people continue to play the bad role? And I think if he heard this interview, he should look in a mirror, be ashamed, go out, say that he was given a false report, that he regrets it. He should say...
I think it's a way of them showing their power towards us, flexing their power and their white supremacy towards us, if I can literally simplify it like that. So that's why they use the movies to, the black men always on the bottom, the black men always just doing some crazy thing. It's just a way, I feel like them flexing their power, trying to show us like, hey, it's been us. But no, it's the other way around.
Say it publicly. If it's a false report, someone made it, he should come out and deny it. Because you followed when I take our neighbor again, as I say, between us black people. The Ivorian Minister of Defense, who goes to Turkey to see the Turkish Minister of Defense and tells him not to sell us weapons. You see how that hurts when it's a black person who behaves like that? It hurts a lot. If we made a false report, let him come out and deny it. If he was sent to create a problem in Burkina Faso, as they usually do, well, we will prepare. We will wait for them. because it has to stop now. The black race must not be used to fight black people. And every time it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And that's what we deplore. And it hurt us a lot to see that it was a black man who made these remarks. It's true that they can regret it through various channels. They try to backtrack. But no, it was said publicly. It must be rectified publicly. That's how we see it. We are no longer in diplomatic hypocrisy, as we like to say, saying things loudly, and then coming down and saying, no, we apologize. We didn't mean it. You have to say it publicly. So, I invite them to backtrack, to say it publicly, because African youth have understood. Black youth all over the world have understood. This manipulation no longer works.
Exactly.
That has always been the case, using false alibis to hope to achieve other goals.
True.
That no longer works. So it's
Exactly. He's also understood. Even Ibrahim Traore literally, of course, himself knows that the time is up. And so many people are really, really woke. So many people know what is happening. So many people know the bad governance we've been experiencing for over years. The same dictatorship, same nepotism, same families ruling and running the countries in their, literally, the time is up. That's just the facts, literally. The time is so up. The time is so up. I'm just seeing some youths right now saying that Ruto is not going to make it in the coming election. And these are the youths talking like this. They're saying Ruto is not going to make it in the next coming election. I don't want to add too much details on that. That is what the youths are saying. Ruto is not going to make it on the next coming elections. The same should be actually be vented right now in Nigeria. Nigerians have been arrested because of trying to show support for this man you see on the screen. I did report that earlier. Nigerians are being arrested right now because of this. You need to call Tinubu out. Tinubu needs to step down. You saw Kenyans going to Uganda, going to vote and saying Museveni must go. We need unity. And this is actually what he reported. Ibrahim Traore just a few minutes did say that he has announced plans to unite all African countries into one system, calling it the United States of Africa. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about this literally and how this is what everyone wishes once you understand literally how our history has been so corrupted. Our history has been so lied about, told lies, fixed lies. So it's amazing to witness this. And I hope with the spirit, of course, and the energy of Africans that are supporting and sending his love to this man, I believe the universe is protecting him. The universe is literally protecting. Because how many assassinations right now? The universe is protecting this guy.
regrettable, but Burkina Faso remains on its path. We will continue to develop. And he forgot to say everything we are doing for Burkina Faso. What we are doing, no regime has ever achieved. Look at the socio-economic development of Burkina Faso that has been made. We are building many health centers, equipping them with medical equipment, and lowering the costs of medical examinations. Which regime has done that? No one. We are acting on agriculture, plowing the fields of farmers for free. Our production has increased. Who did that? No one. The army that we are creating.
Okay, I see, shout out to Emil Karibusana. Hope you're doing amazing today. I see in Joby, I'm getting trolled on TikTok for calling out China, Russia, and North Korea. I express my dissentiment towards them and speculate those nations could end up unaliving Traore. Well, I think if you literally go back to a little bit of history, Russia, I think, has been calling out literally and has been standing with Burkina Faso. And I've been breaking down most of the things. I feel like Ibrahim is really, really smart, being honest. Out of the three leaders in the Alliance Sahel state, not to outsmart the others, they're also smart. But Ibrahim Traore, he has a strategy. He has it all calculated. If you listen to literally how he talks, this man understands the enemy and the power is dealing with. He understands what we've been denied. He understands how things operate. He understands how these people will collaborate with you without having any benefits. So I love the fact, number one, he did nationalize all the mining sites. He took over all the mining sites. He has thrown out all the French military bases. He has done so much. He has done so much in a short time, more than these leaders actually promised us to stay for 10 years, 20 years, and 40 years, and have not delivered even a single, not even a bridge, not even a road. We don't see anything, not even cars, not even buses. There's nothing we're developing ourselves. So personally, if I was to be asked, of course, like I've been saying, Russia is not our friend. But has it supporting, has it literally helped or been backing Ibrahim Traore? I'm not saying they're our friends. We should say that, hey, these are our friends. No. That's why I'm saying this is actually a mutual benefit. It's mutual. I help you, you help me. It's not a one-sided conversation like what we've been seeing with the West and Europe. No, it's not. Let me have the bigger bread, you receive the breadcrumbs. It's not like that. It's mutual benefit, and which I believe Burkina Faso, of course, right now is benefiting the most because they are in control of their own resources right now. China comes in with the manufacturing or the innovations, of course, also with the help of Russia, if they can collaborate, the two countries, and help the Alliance Sahel state, we're good to go. North Korea, the weapons and all that, the boats, we're good to go. So for now, just I think you've been questioning this. You've been questioning this, and personally, I have said we have to give them time to see what is, because I do believe Russia has its own interest, China has their own, they have interest, North Korea has interest. That is a fact. But we can't judge the book too soon by its cover. Let us give it time and see how through Russia, Burkina Faso, or the Alliance Sahel state is going to become a strong, independent country. Yeah, if that is making sense. But I also see you saying that so that it will be easier for them to colonize Africa. Do you agree? A lot of people on TikTok continue to tell me that I keep spreading Western propaganda. Well, personally, I feel like so far, if Russia is not and if it won't be able to set up its military bases here, we're good to go, because that is the biggest threat. Personally, I said if the Alliance Sahel state can be able to spread its military bases in Africa, we're secure. But the threat would be if China, Russia, they bring up their military bases here, and then we agree to these deals and end up being stuck in the same position, then that's how we're going to find actually ourselves being colonized again. And then the US is going to be involved. We have Israel and the rest. Because I don't have true facts of how Russia free is. That is just as for me. I've questioned that too. I've had Keith question that. A couple of you have questioned that. So I can't say how free Russia is on my end. But I also see you saying that's not true, because I don't trust China, Russia, and North Korea as much as I don't trust the West. I think they all dangerous, but a lot of Africans still trust them. I do agree with you, but for now we have to just, take the benefits. Sometimes, personally, we were saying this earlier on our show, right? Emil, sometimes in this life you have to act dumb to benefit some things. So this is Burkina Faso. I do believe, and the Alliance Sahel state as a whole, it's not like they don't know that the three nations are a threat to their country, that anytime, if they don't advance themselves in any way that they can use, they can turn against them. But
they gotta develop themselves.
You have to act dumb to benefit some things sometimes, and not really that dumb like that, is dumb in a smart way. I don't know if I'm really making sense to you, Emil, if my point is coming across to you. But sometimes in this life, to benefit some things, you have to act. You see what Trump is facing right now with his ego, tariffs, and all that. That is him trying to act, outsmarting everyone, which is not working. China, which acted dumb, took all the innovation, advanced themselves.
Exactly.
They have a power right now.
So they kept quiet. They kept stealing. They kept innovating themselves. And now they innovated themselves right past the white man. That's
Yes.
exactly. Kept their
Mhm.
head down because China couldn't do this 30, 40 years. China couldn't go against the United States 30, 40 years ago. They get crushed. But now, they used America to get what they needed to get. That's what you do. You don't,
Mhm.
you certain countries got, to be smart, you got to use other countries to get that. Africa is behind technically. They got to have other people to bring in and show them technology. That's on
Yep.
purpose. They've been kept down for the last 200 years technically. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
the
So yeah, I do hope Emily really understood from that. Bakaribu sana Keith, how you doing this evening,
it's hot as
afternoon?
hell. I see, it's hot as hell. Shit. Like
Mhm.
95 degrees over here in Texas. Shit.
Raining
It's
as hell right here. It's been raining the whole evening, but right
all
now it's
sunshine here, boy.
absolutely calm. But I also see Emily says the Chinese for the longest time also have racist attitudes towards
Oh, they're
Africa.
racist as hell. Racist as hell. We know that. Racist as hell. They just as racist because they just as racist as not more so racist. They just have no power to do anything, but now they got power. Like,
Well, I
no,
think
no,
also.
no one cared about their racism because they had no power. But now they
Mhm.
have power to inflict their racism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I feel like right now, Emily, if you look at the Alliance Sahel states, this is again also power creating itself. That is what we're observing right now. And that's why we see the rest of the Western nations, the European countries are being threatened. The rest of the world literally is eyeing, and looking at what Burkina Faso or literally Ibrahim Traore.
Exactly.
And this is power building itself. He
Exactly.
has gained independency. So if
Exactly.
me as China, I'm seeing the US, which of course, again, because of its ego, is messing itself up. I would like to collaborate with countries that can benefit from me. But at the end of the day, I have also have a I have there's something I want
Remember,
to from
remember
because
they can remember China can build. China has no. China's like Europe, has no resources, but they built technically. So for everything that they built, technology wise, they have to go into Africa to get it. So though they have no choice but to partner with Africa, or they'll go, or all their factories will go silent. So
Mhm.
you need me, I need you. So this is what I need you to do. You want to use my minerals to keep your economy going? Okay, cool. I'm gonna need the technology share. That's what even Torre said. We need technology share. That's it. We don't need nobody to come in and help us do nothing and build roads. We'll build our own roads, we'll build our own schools. But there's gonna be some technology sharing here. With these bootlegs never did. And then the whole thing is make sure Africa never developed technically. So
Exactly.
you know, they need you, so okay, cool. You need me, I need you. I need you do what China did to America. I need the I need the blueprints how to build all this shit.
And that's what he said. He said this is a mutual benefit. No one is
That's right.
getting bigger share here. It's not what we've been experiencing with the West. This is a mutual benefit, and that's what it's supposed to be because we've been seeing corporations with these are
Of course.
the so-called organizations. But what is the profit we've made out of this corporation? Zero point
Nothing.
zero zero zero, like the Senegalese lady said. It's 0.0000.
A new
Zero.
army. The Burkinabe army has
They
never
did.
had as many personnel and equipment as it does now. Who did that? No regime. In terms of employment, no regime has created as many jobs as we have. Industrialization, maybe that's what hurts them,
Exactly.
what they want to stop, so they have to invent lies. In any
They
case,
do want to
I
stop
invite
that.
them to review their copy. That's what I can say. It's a big lie, and it's regrettable. Before we continue, if you love what we do here on this channel and would like to support us, then you might consider gifting us a super thanks
That's
donation of
exactly
any
what they want
amount,
to stop,
or
Abraham.
you might
Stop your
as well become an
development. Because your
uplifting Africa
development
channel
makes
member
them poor.
Mhm.
for exclusive
See, you gotta
content,
say Europe,
perks, and
Europe is
more.
a type of Europe is a scam. It's a scam. The Chinese exposed to you put your tags on luxury brands. They don't make no luxury brands. That's made in China. They don't make none of it. They steal people's intellectual. Europe has been stealing for the last 400 years, and then using propaganda to take everybody's credit. Fake civilizations, fake being superior. That's all coming to an end because it's built on lies. It's all fake. It's all phony. Where's all the industrial building in Europe at? Doesn't exist. in China. So that's the Africans who love the European. They'll buy all these goofy designer. Oh, I got Gucci and Versace. America too, black America. I got the Versace. I got them. Come on, that's made by Qing Long in China. That's what your Versace, your Gucci, your Apple made by Qing Long Ho in China.
Africanism. Why does Africa particularly need a new Thomas Sankara today? How does it feel to assume all this responsibility at only 37 years old?
Age is not important, but it's pressure, I can say. It's pressure. It's a message that the youth is giving me, and it puts more pressure on me.
How's this guy's language French and his English is better than the damn Jamaicans?
2 hours, I've reduced my sleep time to 1 hour. And if I shouldn't sleep, I don't sleep anymore because they have seen something that we are doing that, according to them, can allow Africa to get out of this situation. And that encourages us, remotivates us to continue the fight.
And he has released a statement just a few hours ago saying his intention is to unite all African nations and rename it to United States of Africa.
There you go. They don't. Time for another coup. Time to try to kill him again. Saying that shit.
It's pressure. It's a very heavy responsibility, and I can promise that all we can do is not betray. Continue in our line of Pan-African struggle, hoping that it can take hold among all African youth, and that the Pan-Africanism we so desire can become a reality, because Africa has suffered a lot. It's time to finish, work, and develop. Just as Africans go elsewhere to see development, Africa can achieve that. It's possible. So that's our mission, and we will assume it.
Mr. President, more and more African countries are claiming sovereignty and demanding the withdrawal of Western troops from their soil. Recently, for example, Chad, Senegal, and Côte d'Ivoire have made similar demands. In your opinion, where did the West go wrong in its relations with the African continent?
Where did they go wrong? You know where they went wrong? Stealing all our stuff, coming on here and then making up fake borders and claiming that they owned us. That's where they go wrong. They were wrong when they first got their ass in Africa, killing, the raping, the pillage, the religion, everything. Where they go wrong? They never went right. They didn't go wrong. They were wrong from the beginning. Where they go wrong?
What I know is our situation. We were at war. We lived with Western troops, and we saw. And we decided to separate from those troops because it didn't fit with the struggle. On the contrary, it amplified the phenomenon. The other countries that have separated, I can't comment because they decided to separate. But then, President Macron said that he told them to find the formula. I can't get into that debate. Only they know the truth. But one thing is sure. We can't talk about sovereignty and have an army from another country on our soil telling us what to do. The economy, education, all the development of a country is based on the army. So, each country should develop its army, be sovereign and independent. And that's what we are doing. In the case of Burkina Faso, these armies were present, and they contributed to killing the Burkinabe army. We weren't recruiting anymore. They were the ones who said how many to recruit. There was no more armament, equipment, and so on. Even in the 1980s under Sankara, we were better equipped than 10 or 20 years later. And finally, terrorism came. And when terrorism arrived, we had no army. We are still suffering from it today. It's in the war that we are creating an army. So, it's normal that it takes a little time. We suffer, but we must create an army and emerge from this war stronger. When I look at the statistics of the Soviet army, the number of men they lost, but at the end of the war, they emerged very strong. And today, no army has the equipment that the Russian army has. So we too must learn from our war. At the end of the war, we must be very strong. Sovereignty begins with the army. Once you have a strong army, all other aspects can easily develop. That's what I can say, what pushed Burkina Faso to separate from these armies. Please support our effort to scout the internet.
Yeah, so that's his message during the Moscow visit and the interview he had, and he has talked about the general saying that it is sad to see that black men are the ones being used to fight black people, black people selling out black people, and this has been a norm, including these other puppets leaders. It's been very well observed, and it's a time we call that to an end, which is very, very true. It's sad to see that it's our very own people who have gotten Africa to this particular point when they could have saved it. You have power in your hands. Again, like I said, personally, I feel like if you come clean with the people, you have the support, you'll have the backup, just come clean with the people, be honest. I feel like, I don't know, personally, just love honesty. That's it. Just come clean with the people and people will support you. People will really support you. I don't know what's really hard with that. You have millions of population over the people actually who are telling you, do this, do that. So I don't know. It's super, super sad. It's really, really sad. But I also see Emil say that the Chinese for the longest time also have racist. I think I read that. Shout out to Ricky. I see you says, hi, Kate. Is he the first 4-star general of Marine Corps? I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, he is. You're talking about what's his name? The bootleg. Yeah, he is. He is the first. He is the first 4-star general of the Marine Corps. He's the first one to be AFRICOM. He's the first 4-star general of the Marine. That's black. He's the first black 4-star general. Yeah, he is. He is this bootleg and handkerchief. Imagine how much white penis he had to suck to become that. The first 4-star general. Because anybody's been in the military, you know how the military works. If you ain't licking no butt, you ain't getting promoted. And to be a general, a 4-star general, not a 1-star, not a 2-star, not a 3-star, but a 4-star. Most people don't know. So,
you're breaking. You're breaking. We're losing you. You're breaking. We're losing you, but I can't hear you. You're in a bad area. Once you are in a clear area, kindly let us know. Say something. But Emil says, oh yes, Joby, understand you, but Traore and all African needs.
I'm in Texas. That's probably Joe. Am I the bad area? Can you guys hear me? Is it Joby messed up?
It's you messed up, Keith. It's you messed up. My internet is perfect. My internet is very perfect. But anyway, as you continue, we have news and reports coming from the FBI. That was this is 7 days ago, last week, where there has been an alarm raising on children being targeted online, and this is a 764 online network that has been doing so. But let me share much more of this. I was just sharing this and questioning what is happening to making America great. We should not be seeing now children.
You know what's happening? They're gonna see that. They're gonna show. They're buying the South Africans. And before you say it, and let me say this. The idea all these white people running, oh, look at the white people, they don't got the tattoos. You people started the commercial tattooing. Black people never got tattoos. It was always taboo for us. But through your fake ass 1990s rap stars and music stars, it's called mind control. That's where the tattoos. You can't go back in the 80s and 70s and find nobody black with a bunch of tattoos. You people had them. But they just say, oh, look at the white people. They don't got none of these tattoos all over their body. You know who did that. Your mind control through your fake movies and your fake music. And they got these damn deadly tattoos, which causes cancer, lip notes all messed up. Black people was taboo to scribble on our bodies. You made it normal through your fake propaganda, your music, and your movies. All this scribbling all over your damn body. And you don't know it causes cancer, lowers your vibration, put all these damn markings scribbling all over your body. Your body is sacred. So they try to make it, oh, look at the white people, they don't got the tattoos. You people started the commercial tattooing, not us. Not nobody, you white people did that. to bring color to your skin. You were the one with all the tattoos on your body forever. You were doing that commercially, not us. Oh, look at they look all wholesome. These are racist. I love the open race. Look how wholesome and family oriented these white South Africans are. They're gonna come and be farm. We're gonna give them farmland. See, their racism is openly, you morons. And then you do goofy Africans or goofy Caribbeans don't know this who the white man is. And when we try to teach you this, you don't understand. You better be tribal against one another. They are united globally for hegemony. They grab, steal, and to promote their hegemony globally. They are united. Oh, look at the white people from South Africa. Oh. You better not send them to the southeast, the northeast. Okay, you better send them in Middle America, really around Iowa. I said to say up there by Ricky, Minnesota, Wyoming, Colorado with that goofy ass Zoe. You better send them to Colorado. Some white, better send Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Washington State. There you go. That's your trifecta state. And they don't have no problem. But you send them down here to the south from Texas over to Florida, they're going to get hurt. You send them in the north from Chicago all the way over to New York, they're going to get hurt. So you know where to send them. Then to send them to those states, Colorado, Nebraska. Then send them to Nebraska, Colorado, Iowa, North and South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. That's where they better go. Where you ain't got like the 3 people in the whole state over there.
Okay.
I mean, you ain't got number 3 black people.
All right, we're getting into that. Okay.
Criminal network targeting kids at home. ABC News joined with some of our owned and affiliate stations across the country to investigate the threat. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas is here with what they found. Good morning, Pierre.
George, good morning. The FBI is warning that this new network has a potential national security implication, but also in case after case, directly reaching into American homes, targeting teens and their families. Its name, 764.
Hello. I have placed 2 explosives inside of Rockville High School, okay? And if they fail to detonate, I'm just going to shoot every kid I see, okay?
This call was a hoax, but part of a series of nightmare threats terrorizing Vernon, Connecticut. Investigators determining the threats came from overseas, but with the help of a teenage girl living right in town.
He was doing these threats with her knowledge and with some of her input.
Both of them involved in a shadowy online global network called 764, which wants governments toppled and the world in chaos, but which also targets kids on social media and gaming platforms, befriending them before demanding violent and sexual content from them.
They will encourage them sometimes to commit.
This has been happening now globally. This is not even a matter of now America. This is in Africa as well. You know, this has been happening here. I think I've shared a couple of shows of this where, you know, teenagers, children are being targeted online, you know, by these people, being questioned sexual favors or just crazy.
Suicide. They will encourage them to do cutting. They will encourage them to harm their pets.
They're using basically psychological warfare on children.
That's right. They gain the trust, and then they continue to build that trust to the point where they have power and the ability to blackmail the child, basically.
The girl thought the hoaxer was her boyfriend, and he convinced her to share pornography and create 764-related content, like this Barbie doll with the group's name written on its forehead.
It was very difficult to process. I wanted to scream, "Not my child."
ABC News agreed to alter the faces and voices of the parents of the teenage girl.
Before it started, she was a child who was on the honor roll. She had a lot of friends, and then slowly that started to change.
Pause this, Joe. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Am I in a bad area? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, this is garbage. This is phony. Understand. That's them. Remember the FBI and the CIA, they're the ones involved in the sexual trans. They're the ones doing it. So this whole smoke and mirrors thing they're showing you, like they're finding out who's doing it, not doing it. They're the ones doing it. So I'm gonna have they just interviewed Catherine Austin Fitz I don't know if you guys seen it all over the internet, who used to be a high government in the cabinet, government official, telling the truth. I've been to that they the ones doing all this. Because we know the Jays created the FBI and the CIA. So this story is fake. It's phony. They're not investigating nothing because they're the ones controlling it. That's them trying to say they're going after somebody they know. And then also, Captain Austin Fitz also told you what? That they stole $23 trillion. And there's underground cities, like I said, not messed up what you see. Not, he's talking about high-tech cities underneath America. High-tech, all the way up, cities underneath the country. High-tech, with trains that put China's trains to shame underneath the ground. And we know they got a high technical stuff that they don't share with us. It's an underground city that you wouldn't believe. Shout out to that black girl said she told they had cities underneath there. They was taking her down there to rape her ass. But Captain Austin Fitz said they got cities you can't fathom underneath the United States. High-tech cities. Nothing like the bum cities we got up here. They're the high-tech because all that money started becoming missing from the treasury. He said, and they deduced how many cities are underneath them, and they've stolen at least 23 trillion with a T, not a billion, $23 trillion out of the U.S. Treasury. They've been building a breakaway civilization under the damn earth. Cities. Not high-tech cities with bullet trains. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't call Captain Austin Fitz a nut.
You say they pull up who's Kathleen Houston?
Captain, say not Captain Houston. I mean Captain Austin Fitz interviews. Captain Austin Fitz interviews on Tucker Carlson about underground cities. Catherine Austin. Catherine, just like Katie's name, Catherine Austin, Austin Fitz. This say interviews on Tucker Carlson's show about underground cities. Tucker's like, what? How many cities? Yeah, you know you're part of the CIA. You know they got underground cities. And not like the kind you're thinking either. Magnificent palaces, and not for nobody up on top of the planet. For the elite, that's your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers. And then she go, you got underground. Yeah,
the
underground
base
city.
And city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more.
In the United States?
In the United States, all over the world. From 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Slayer Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. We systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess, this is totally a guess, of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170 with the transportation network connecting them.
And what would be the purpose?
If you thought you were going to get a near extinction event, the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been there.
So she told you 170, and she's telling you these are cities, you think the Chinese bullet trains are fast? There's nothing. Because I told you, we've always had that technology. But these psychopaths never wanted to implement it in the United States as they implode the country.
All right. But as we continue, I see we have Emil saying the Navy is corrupt, kid. All the sailors in the Navy keep peer pressuring me to get tattoos, smoke, drink alcohol, and it's hard to be righteous in the military. And shout out to you, Jero Mosquito, karibu sana, will be doing amazing today. So that's what's up with Tucker Carlson. I think we're gonna move into the main conversation, Keith, about coming for Smokey, them coming for Smokey. Let me know which videos you'd love me to share, but I also have this video here I wanted to share about the Afrikaners. Some people reacting towards this as we continue.
Angrier I get. The more I think about these Afrikaners, the angrier I get. Right now, there is a 19-year-old DACA recipient who has been here since she was 4 years old, has been detained for almost a week. Monday will be a week. He's got her detained, and he's deporting United States citizens, people born in this fucking country. But he's flying white South Africans here on our dollar and paying for them to stay. He has a 19-year-old DACA recipient in custody, deporting United States citizens, firing over 300,000 Americans, coming up almost 83,000 veterans.
Could these people probably be given jobs? Because I also thought about it. Could they be getting the benefits that the illegal aliens were getting again? Free housing, free healthcare. I don't know.
Some of the South Africans?
Yeah.
Of course they're going to get all that. They're white.
Expiring. In the next budget, gets rid of almost $700 billion.
They're not a dirty Negro like you, Joe.
In Medicaid. And he's purposely going out of his way to go to South Africa, use whatever airplane they're going to use, probably fucking Air Force One or something bigger, with our money, and put these people up in houses across the country.
Of course, that's how white supremacy works. They're not tribal like black people. And that's it. Are they part of a different tribe? No, they're white, and that's what we do. Go ahead, Joe.
South Africans coming over here, the ones that we are going to be funding with our tax dollars, they haven't really said anything about them. They're going to be leechers. They're going to be getting free phones, free housing, and free food. Weren't you guys upset about it when the brown people were getting it? But you guys don't care this time, right? It's because they're white.
Yeah, they're not. Because they're white. Exactly.
You guys are racist because you guys aren't holding
exactly.
The same fucking standard.
They don't give us no standards. That's for you morons. When they talk about white power and white people, you already know. All that other stuff is about other people. When it's white people, we want to make sure white people run the world, and we'll do what we gotta do. We don't care about you getting upset. Yeah, they here. We're gonna give them housing. We're gonna give them free schools, free clothing, free food. We're going to give them their own farms and everything else. And so what? You got the power to stop us? No, you don't. So shut up.
Admit it.
Donald Trump is chartering a plane using U.S. taxpayer money to bring refugees from South Africa to America. Now let's think about this for just one moment.
Refugees.
What is the same about all these South African refugees that we might notice? They're all white people. That's right. And so when we talk about deporting people, it appears that they're mostly non-white, but we can bring in South Africans who are white. And I just can't shake this feeling I just can't shake this feeling that maybe, and I'm not saying it. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not in the room when these conversations occur. It seems to me that it's possible that these guys in the White House are motivated by certain aspects of these people that they're bringing in and taking out. I'm not saying it's true.
Anyone want to take bets on how fast they're going to?
Yeah, but I don't want to share the whole video. It's just a bunch of white people literally reacting to all the Afrikaners coming to America and talking about how the tax money is being used, and all that. But Jason, I see, says, John Mosquito says Americans are always angry about the free phones. What they're getting, what they're getting iPhones, I don't know. It's just free phones, it's free phones. I also see Jason says,
No,
when
they were getting them Trumpy Obama phones. Obama started giving them free phones out. Got the Obama phone.
Obama phones. Okay, let's
Yeah,
see.
you can look it up. Obama phone. You always want to look up shit.
I gotta know what we're talking about. Oh no. I don't want to know Obama phone. No. What is making them happy? What is this? This is crazy. This is a fucked up phone here. This is
exactly the cheap. It was good what kind of phones they were getting. They were getting them. We called the Obama phones back in the day. Obama was getting these cheap messed up phones. And the white people get mad about that. You're getting a free phone. We get a free phone. Cheap Obama phone.
This is not supposed to. You're not supposed to be getting angry about this. This is our grandmother's phone.
What they do, Joe? This is our grandmother's phone.
I'm glad I know which type of phones they are whining about. But I see now the Jason says I want and when the USA collapse, where them white South Africans creatures will get this work if they don't leave back. And yeah, Jerome says he also wants some free Obama phone. Come on, go get yourself one, Jerome Mosquito. That's what's up.
Joe said that's a grandmama phone. You want that phone?
Yeah, exactly. That is not even a phone. No one is using that for M-Pesa on their business anymore. It is for grandmas. They don't have internet there. They just want network to say hello and receive a few funds, but not putting on a business or anything. Goddamn Obama. Anyway, so getting to the main conversation about Smokey Robinson. He'd take over on that one. Let us know what's popping with Smokey Robinson.
Okay, now Smokey Robinson, you guys don't know it's Mosquito. No, I was supposed to do it this week and I did not apologize. Smokey Robinson's a famous R&B singer, but he's an Uncle Tom coon ass Negro. But some good songs. He's an R&B star. Part of the starting of the iconic but no longer existing Motown Records. And so him being I think Smokey was like 85, 84. He's got these Latinos. Now, I don't know how you 84-year-old raping people when if you touch somebody, they push you over and all your bones break, right? And you better get your penis hard at 85. But I'm gonna Joe. We look up. So we look at Joe that Smokey Robinson's been accused of being not just a rape. They say he was a serial rapist. This old man, old coon ass Smokey Robinson. Remember? You guys remember? Was that like 5, 6? No, that's damn old. That's about 7 years ago now. Remember when they had the what were they celebrating? They were celebrating was it R&B music? Were they celebrating Motown again? When they had Jennifer Lopez up there promoting black music, said, why is this Latino lady in there and not one of the famous black singers? And she can't even sing. And what did Smokey Robinson said? It don't matter. It's forever. And I was the BT, and I was the 25-year BT, like the 50-year BT award. BT Awards or something, 50 years anniversary or Motown, one of them, I can't remember. And people got mad because they got enough to put some Latino out there representing black people. And Smokey Robinson said, it doesn't matter. Our music is universal for everybody. This bootleg. Black women are the greatest singers in the world, right? So why would you get any of them to sing and get a woman who can't even sing do it? But anyway, he's now been charged, and I don't really care because he's been a bootleg his whole life. So they never let the bootlegs who think they're part of white society get out clean. So Smokey's been in these white circles for 50 years plus, winding down to white folks, you know, being a bootleg, a handkerchief head, sellout Negro. And now they came back for him. They're going to try to get his money. So he said he's been raping his Latino maid and his Latino cook. So pull this up, Joe. Say, go to TikTok. Because I know we're going to get a video on TikTok. Please say Smokey Robinson, not Joby's Robinson.
Wow. Okay. Nice one.
Hey, Smokey Robinson accused of sexual assault.
Great news out of Los Angeles tonight, where 4 women are making some
Dang,
disturbing...
Joby got that quick.
I'm going to show you a live look at a press conference with the accusers and their attorneys. It's happening as we speak in California.
Oh, it's 4. I thought it was 2. Damn.
And Smokey Robinson, the women who used to work for him say he sexually assaulted them and created a hostile work environment, among other things.
He's so ugly, Dean.
Robinson's wife is also...
You said you like light-skinned black men. I just heard you on the show with Dan Camless. I like light-skinned black men.
I said I attract. Okay, let me use my words very
Oh, you attract them. Okay, you attract light-skinned black men.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was just
okay. Some as recent as last year. One employee says Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 23 times. 3 of the women say they didn't want to report it to police in part because they were afraid of risking the possible adverse effect on their immigration statuses, according to the suit. Another says Robinson's, quote, brutal sexual advances were constant and even predictable while she worked for him.
Brutal. Now, wait, brutal. Now, break this at 20. This man has been an old man for 20 years. That's right, Joe. Been an old man forever. He's been an old man for 20 years. 20 years ago, he was 65. What 65-year-old man is running around holding women and raping them against their will? Man, you don't get out of here. So, and now he's in the 80s. They said he's consistently been doing this. What 80-year-old man can hold Joby down being a 20-year-old woman? Joby hit an 80-year-old man and break every bone in his body. What are you talking about? And these bad built Latinos with the bad bodies, they blow on his ass and he'll fall over and have a heart attack. But they claim he's been brutally, remember, they said brutally. That means you've been holding them down and smacking them across the face and brutally raping them. Now, if Joby shows a video on TikTok of, say, the latest video of Smokey Robinson in concert, this man can barely walk, but he's brutally raping people.
Stop. Attorney John Harris revealing the accusations against Motown legend Smokey Robinson.
I will not describe the details of the sexual assaults and rapes because they're too graphic and disturbing for this news conference.
All 4 of Robinson's alleged victims have chosen to remain unnamed and are referred to as Jane Doe in the complaint.
Our 4 clients have a common thread. They're Hispanic women who were employed as housekeepers by the Robinsons, earning below minimum wage.
The accusations against the music legend include sexual assault, sexual battery, false imprisonment.
So he's been paying them nothing and raping them all for years, right? This little skinny dude that weighs less than Joe, this dude weighs about 95 pounds soaking wet. They've been raping these women and brutally raping them and underpaying them, and they decided to stay. You see how stupid? You know this is a lie. Why don't you just leave? You've been underpaid and raped, but you keep coming back every day. You keep coming to the house working for them every day. This doesn't make any sense. You can go work anywhere you want to work in LA, but you kept coming back to his house every day to work, to be underpaid and brutally raped. So he let you go home, but you came back every day to be brutally raped by this old man. Him trying to put his little old penis up in you. Go ahead, Joe.
Meant gender violence and creating a hostile work environment.
We're seeking damages of $50 million.
The complaint also claiming one of the Jane Does was first sexually assaulted in 2007 and that these acts continued until she resigned in 2024. According to the complaint, Robinson's former...
He was there 18 years getting sexually assaulted, Joby, by this old man. So at that time in 2007, he's already like 68, 67. So this old man has been raping you for almost 20 years. And if you don't get the hell out of here, Georgia, we say what now?
He's coming back to his house to do what? I'm supposed to be rushing to the police officer. If I have the chance to get out, if I'm being held captive, it's something different.
She's not being held captive. She's allowed to go home every day, Joe.
Wow. It's crazy.
Housekeeper claims in the lawsuit that she was sexually assaulted not even 2 months after she started cleaning the couple's Los Angeles mansion. Another Jane Doe claims Robinson started sexually assaulting her in 2016, claiming when she was home alone with the singer at his Los Angeles mansion, he would text her and ask her to meet.
In 2016, he was 72. Oh man, come on. An old man is brutally raping you at 72. Okay. Go ahead, Joe.
In the house that didn't have cameras. The woman alleges he would then sexually assault her.
We do have evidence of some of the misconduct.
The complaint says the former employees didn't speak out or go to police because they were afraid of losing their livelihood, familial reprisal, and the possible adverse effect on their immigration status.
They were afraid to lose their livelihood, what they were being underpaid for. Now, Jason is you got a big Hispanic community in LA. They can go get jobs anywhere I'm from LA. You got Hispanics everywhere with all kind of businesses, which black people don't got no more. They could go anywhere in LA and get a job paying them the right salary. They had to do none of this because they got businesses all around LA. Hispanic community does. So this is a lie. They could have left anytime they want to go work at somebody's taco stand making more money if they said they weren't getting paid. So this is a lie.
And having to tell their husband and children of these despicable acts against them left them overwhelmed with shame and embarrassment.
Robinson's wife, Frances, also named in the lawsuit, accused of creating a hostile work environment and being aware of what was alleged and not doing anything to stop it.
These four courageous
women. And remember, Hispanics hate black people. They hate us. So why would they be working for us, working for him for all these years, getting underpaid, and being sexually assaulted? They don't even like us. So they wouldn't be working, but this is a lie. This is a lie. They're trying to take them down. Remember, as you get older, as black people, they never let you get there. And this is some Bill Cosby shit again. This is some Bill Cosby crap. They want to take his money before he dies to make sure he can't give it on to his kids. They're trying to bankrupt this Negro to make sure he can't have what? Legacy wealth passed on, generational wealth passed on to his children and his grandchildren. This is what they do to black people. This don't even make any sense. If you live in LA, you know they could have went anywhere and got a damn job. Paying, not having to be paid no under minimum wage, I tell you that. And assaulted for 20 years. This is a scam. It's them going after somebody black and see if somebody, a white jury, will let them get this man's money. Even though he's a bootlick and a coon, that's what they always do to you, bootlick and handkerchief coon. They come after your money. You think the white people like you not? They've been put up. You bring another moronic ass black man because they don't like you. Why did they go to a Hispanic lawyer? They don't like black. Why they got a black man representing them who they can't stand? You understand this? Because this is supposed to put the picture on another black man. He believes in our case, so he's fighting. It must be true. They don't even like this Negro. So why didn't they go to a Hispanic lawyer, which is thousands in LA? Thousands of Hispanics in LA. I'm gonna tell you how this is. I know this is a lot. I'm gonna have Joby pull up what she did a year ago, showing the city council of Los Angeles, which is now completely ran by these Hispanics because they outnumber black people now in LA. Said we gonna get rid of these monkeys. You had the city council of LA. We're gonna get rid of these monkeys. These no good, dirty monkeys. We're gonna get rid of their ass. We're gonna get rid of these monkeys and give them nothing. That's what the Los Angeles City Council, which is the city government of LA, said about black people who live there. We're gonna cut them off from the schools. We're gonna defund their ass. We're gonna try to starve these monkeys out. And these Hispanics are going to a black monkey to represent them? Make it make sense. Go ahead, Joe.
And demand justice for themselves. And the filing of this lawsuit is the first step.
The complaint also accuses the Robinsons of not paying proper wages.
And we reached out to Robinson's
We believe
Smokey Robinson.
And another one. Yeah, so
very near future.
Those are the videos over there. I see someone looks like he has some leg problems, I don't know. Yeah, but shout out to the white people. Shout out to the white people. Which other video do you want me to pull up as we continue?
Put up the video saying that I get it all messed up. Put up the video downtown Houston. Shit. Got the wrong put the I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Put up the video of put up the video. Say LA, say LA. Say LA, you ain't gotta say Los Angeles. LA City Council calls Black Americans monkeys. LA City Council members call African Americans monkeys. They love to call you a monkey, boy. They the ones got the monkey genetics.
Let me try on YouTube. On TikTok, it's not there.
Yeah, you might go on YouTube. The LA City Council calls African Americans monkeys. Or you might just say racial slurs. LA City Council calls African Americans racial slurs. Racial slur, SLUR. Racial slur.
They used to have those statues in plantations.
Illinois brings the whole yard bag or the
It's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float, and then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. Este niño has they're not even, they're not doing. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the floor, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and I'll bring him back.
There's a lot to unpack in there, and believe it or not, it got even worse. Now, Lilian Martinez called the child a Spanish term meaning animal, but she also mocked Oaxacans and implied that LA County's progressive district attorney, George Gasson, shouldn't be supported, saying, quote, F that guy, he's with the blacks.
They used to have those statues in plantations.
Now, I want you to put this in context, Joe. I want you to put this in context. These Hispanics are so scared in a city where they got majority population control now in the LA government. But they're so scared. They're so scared where their people control the government of the city and calling black people animals and monkeys and all kind of shit. But they're so scared. They can't go leave and get a job. They're so scared. So I want you to understand the situation that you work, that you got to get the whole dichotomy of the area in which this is happening, so you know this is a complete lie. They're living in a city but they have political power. They're the power of the city. And they got businesses everywhere. So you can't tell me you can't get a job making decent wages in no Los Angeles, being no Hispanic or no Latino or whatever you want to call yourself, because that's an absolute lie. Go ahead, Joby.
Or the Louis Vuitton bag. It's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float, and then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. Este niño has they're not doing. The kid is bouncing off the F.
And their hate for us is palpable. Palpable. Don't care whether you came from Kenya and Nigeria. Black is black for them. You give all that kicking tribal shit you do. Their hate for us is palpable. So they were scared. They were scared for the jobs, scared for the positions. Give me a break. This is a goddamn lie. Go ahead, Joe.
Over. There's nothing you can do to control him. They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
They open in the city. They're not scared in the city. They're in a city building, a city government building, calling black people animals and monkeys and dirty savages, and they're for the blacks. We don't want black people to have nothing. They got control. We don't want these Negroes to have a damn thing. Openly. So when you get these handkerchief NAACP morons talking about this fake black and brown coalition, these people don't consider themselves brown morons. They want to be as close as white as can be. And they're anti-black. So the idea that these Hispanic women were working for Smokey Robinson for 20 years while they got control of the city of LA now. They got control of the city. That's a fact. That is a fact. There's no black control of LA no more. So you've been completely gentrified in LA. You are not the majority no more. And they run it with an iron fist, and they have open contempt and hatred for black people. So how are these Latinos getting raped every day in a city that favors them? And the police, remember when Joby showed the police are racist as hell? That's why the guy had to start killing, right? And run by these Latino gangs. They got Latino gangs, Hispanic gangs inside the LA Police Department. So she could have went to any of these LA gangs and said, I'm being raped. I'm not getting paid. And they would have been all over Smokey Robinson old ass. So this is a lie. It's a gab. See, that's why I should have went to law school. I'd eat your ass up. Tell these goofy ass lies. And I should never drop my ass out of law school. I'll eat you up. Go ahead, Joker.
There's new fallout after racist remarks at a Los Angeles City Council meeting were leaked. The council's president has now resigned, saying in a statement,
he's the council president. Not only are they he's not only on the city council, they're the council presidents of the shit, right? They're the president. But these Hispanics were so scared to go to the police and the city which they control. What? Go ahead, Joe.
said, and there are no excuses for those comments. Here's NBC's correspondent, Gotti Schwartz.
LA City Council President Nuri Martinez resigning after a leaked audio recording, first reported by the LA Times and obtained by our affiliate KNBC, captured Martinez and council member Kevin De Leon making racist and disparaging remarks in 2021. The attacks targeted fellow council member Mike Bonin and his young son, who is black. The comments, which were spoken behind closed doors in 2021, referred to an MLK parade in which Bonin participated in with his son.
It's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float.
How dare you be with the black people with the MLK? See, I told you that goofy MLK don't mean that was a psyop. They don't care about none of your goofy MLK nonsense. They don't like us. And they're racist as hell. Anti-black is the nature. So all these Hispanics working for this light-skinned black Negro getting raped and getting underpaid for 20 years. Not. Go ahead, Joe.
Little black kid who's misbehaved. She is bouncing off the effing walls on the floor, practically tipping it over.
Martinez is also heard describing the child as a little monkey in Spanish.
Told you, a little monkey. Told you. Always the monkey, and that broad's got the monkey DNA. You're the one with the monkey DNA, bitch. And I mean that. Forget you two. You're the one with the monkey DNA, bitch, not us. You got the monkey. All these people that love to call African people monkeys, they're the ones with the monkey genetics. Hispanics, you got it. Asians got it. The Caucasians got it. All the people that don't got the monkey genetics are the ones being called the monkey. African people don't have no monkey at all. You people do. That's why you got the monkey hair on your head. And you get likes like everybody else. You get that shit too. You get it, lady. Like a monkey. Not us. Go ahead, little monkey.
Which I was like, this kid is a beat down. Let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
The source of the recording is unknown, and NBC News hasn't determined whether it's been edited, but the LA Times reported that during the conversation, De Leon also appeared to compare Bonin's handling of his son to Martinez carrying a Louis Vuitton handbag. Councilmember Bonin releasing a statement saying in part, "We are appalled, angry, and absolutely disgusted that Nuri Martinez attacked our son with horrific racist slurs and talked about her desire to physically harm him." The conversation reportedly taking place during a meeting that also included Councilmember Gil Cedillo and Ron Herrera, president of the LA County Federation of Labor. The group was discussing...
This is how they talk about you behind closed doors. This is who they really are. So don't think these women were getting raped by Smokey Robinson and being underpaid for 20 years and getting raped by an old black man. You know, one of the light-skinned dudes that like Joby.
Leave my people out of that. But I see going through the comments, I see KW Don Karibu Sana saying Smokey Robinson is an American Negro, and John Mosquito says that was about 4 or 5 years ago. J. Paul was the wrong person for that performance. And then
it was longer. I think it was longer. What was it, John Mosquito? What was that? She saw. What were they celebrating? I forgot. Was it the BET anniversary, or was it the Motown anniversary? Some anniversary, and they got some Hispanic. Because that's how the bootlegs do. You bring people on that don't even like us. Have them be the feature singer and who can't even sing. This is just absolutely only black people do this crazy shit. Globally. Bring a woman's coach who can't stand you, who can't even sing. You got all the black women in the world wanted that position and should have got it. But you got some Latinos singing black people songs who can't even sing. And you got this moist handkerchief head old ass Negro coon talking about, well, our music is for everybody. Black music, you know, you don't have to be black to love our music. You need to be black to sing it, motherfucker.
Calm down. No. I see Emil says the NOI justifies Elijah Muhammad's sexual relations with these teenagers to underage females. And he also adds, as a matter of fact, Maurice Muhammad did a live stream saying that according to the Quran, the women that Elijah Muhammad had sexual relationships with are of age.
They wasn't of age, they were children. They're 12, 13 years old, because Maurice Muhammad is a moron. He's also trying to lie about Malcolm X again, because he know his daddy, Farrakhan, was part of them killing Malcolm X. That's a known fact now. That's why you got, it wasn't Maurice, I'm talking about, what's that other Muhammad dude out there? The light-skinned moron. What's the light-skinned dude not trying to rewrite history with Malcolm X? because of his daddy, Farrakhan coon ass. But not Maurice. Is Maurice? I don't think Maurice Muhammad's even part of the Nation of Islam, is he? Emil? I think he just talks about it. I don't think he's even part of it. Anyway, those are babies. You don't get to sleep with 13-year-old kids. Talking about that's my religion. That's what these goofy Negroes tell you because they remember they Prophet Muhammad slept with a 9-year-old baby. That was the white Arabs' culture. They tell you it's okay to sleep with a 9-year-old child. If you think it's okay to sleep with a 9-year-old child, you better not have your punk ass around me. This baby hasn't even hit puberty yet. You talking about sleep with a 9-year-old child? You're sick in the head. It ain't no model, and you can't give me no amount of your goofy ass religion to justify your debauchery to me. Sleep with a 9-year-old baby. You talking about that's okay? You better get out of my face. Go ahead, Joe.
I see. Jason also says, now that is Ansankenon Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. The Ghetto Nut, I see you. He says, when I was in college, a Jamaican sister pulled my cocktails to Hispanic racism towards us. Pulled my cocktail to Hispanic racism.
That means she let him know. That's a slang for letting him know. Put his cocktail. Let her. She was hipping him. Where'd you get it from? A Jamaican sister? Wow. Okay. Well, okay. So he's saying the Jamaican sister was letting them know how racist these people are towards black.
Mm-hmm. And then Jason says a lot of them got deported and left by choice. Some probably came back. You saw it's not going to be a quiet storm for Smokey Robinson. All the Mexican and Hispanic carry umbrellas in the sun. Lol, I tell them the bill doesn't like none of y'all creatures. And then Emil says I did a video exposing about 2 weeks ago, but Maurice Muhammad had me on his live, lighting me up and forced me to take the video down. Okay.
Wow. Well, what's the name of Maurice Muhammad's channel now? Is it Maurice Muhammad again? Didn't he get caught with a kid too, like 6-7 years ago? Didn't this moron was talking about moving to Mississippi and buying a town of Mississippi? Moving the most racist ass part of the country. You out of your mind. What happened to that? What's the name of his channel? Man, I like to see what this moron is talking about. I ain't seen his ass in at least 6-7 years. You know. I think he got caught with a teenage girl too. All these goofy religious nuts always get caught having sex with children. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so those are all the comments over there.
Okay. Boundaries. Cedillo and Herrera are not heard on tape making any racist remarks. In a statement, Cedillo apologized and said he should have intervened when racist remarks were uttered, while Herrera said in a statement that there was no excuse for the remarks and his inaction. Martinez and De Leon both issuing apologies over the weekend, with Martinez stating, "In a moment of intense frustration and anger, I let the situation get the best of me. I hold myself accountable for these comments. For that, I am sorry."
It ain't no tense situation. That's who you are. It was tense. It doesn't happen if it was tense. That's where you talk, somebody just takes you. It was nothing tense. You were just talking about your normal day-to-day business. Say, he's with the blacks, and these blacks are monkeys, and that little monkey-ass kid, and these don't get N-words. These N-words. Talk about a quick tense situation.
Said this meeting that are wholly inappropriate, and I regret appearing to condone and even contribute to certain insensitive comments made about a colleague and his family in private. I've reached out to that colleague personally.
Yeah, so that's the.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She reached out to him publicly and just said, "I'm sorry, I called him Joby. I'm sorry I called your child a little dirty monkey, Joby.
Yeah.
You said my apology."
Yeah, I will. With a punch on your face. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how we apologize. With a punch on your face. Don't play.
That's right. That's how we apologize. 2025 and forward. There's somebody calling you, tell you, "I'm sorry they called your child a monkey." Go ahead, Joe.
Emil says it's still called Morris Muhammad. It's a channel, has like 460 subs. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, they keep. Okay, 460. I ain't seen that dude. I'm gonna take my. I ain't seen that dude in like 6, yeah, 6, 7 years. I know he got caught with like some child or something back in the day. Always he's talking this religious shit. And now he always be. Does he still do his videos driving in his car? Email. He used to always do videos while he was driving in his car some damn way, like he had no place to. Don't you got a home? Why you always gotta be driving in your car doing a video? I want to talk about us moving to Mississippi. No, Negro, you moved to Mississippi. Moving no damn Mississippi. You crazy? Talking about. Anyway, Joe, wrap it up. Much love. What you gonna do? All right. You found his channel?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what he's talking about. Hey, I'm not talking about moving to Mississippi no more. I got another scam I'm running. I ain't got no. I only got no peace and blessings and assalamu alaikum. Take up some love and booty hole juice to everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. You know, on Wednesday, we had a full panel on the Doc and the Radical program. We had Sister Diamond, we had Sister Ellie. Sister Ellie is from the UK. And we were talking about how Bill Gates and the Biden administration is literally trying to block out the sun. We showed the report that the Biden administration did talking about SRMs. And how they were saying, yeah, you know, we know it's going to have an effect on people, on the environment. We got to study it, but we have to prevent.
Okay.
That's enough. Yeah. Then this Negro living like in a one-room shack. Talking about building a city. Yeah, and the Negroes like living like in a one-room shack.
Yeah.
Is he still married, Emil? I don't even know if he's still married because I know he got caught of cheating or something. I don't know. I know he's stuff crazy.
Yeah, I see issues is mostly on a car. Okay, that's what's up. But anyway, yeah, I think tonight we'll wrap it up right here.
We'll wrap it up.
Tomorrow, kindly, guys, let us know in the chat what would you love us to talk about, maybe politically, economically, but it's like we've literally been talking about majority of the things, so I don't know.
Even Joey needs some help. What you want us to talk about,
Yeah.
you know, the bastards?
I've been trying to find content on what we can talk about.
That's that's how I feel on the weekend. I work all week. I'm like, man, I ain't got no content. I ain't got time to research. I don't like to do stuff I don't know about. I don't got time to research nothing, man. It take hours time to research it. I'm lucky with Joey because Joey does the research. I get to come on just run my mouth.
Yeah, but for me, when the research now, I'm looking at things. Most of them we've talked about. It's like we're doing a repetition.
Over and over. Yeah, over and over again. Yeah, I know. It's old. Yeah, exactly. Because I get home, but man, I ain't got time to do no 2 or 3 hours research on no shit.
Yeah, so kindly, if you have any conversation you'd love us to tackle, put it on the chat, you guys. Like, make it easy. I was trying to look at what you guys have been sharing on the WhatsApp, trying to see the videos, anything relatable.
I know. Keith Williams is always Keith Williams always got content. He got a video every 5 minutes. Him and damn Samuel, your mosquito too.
Yeah. But yeah, bring some conversation that you'd like us to literally discuss right here. That you guys also contribute to, or join the stream. If you have anything you'd love us to talk about, join the stream if you also can. We'd love to hear some of you help us with this. But I see Emil as we wind up say the live stream he did with me is called The Nation of Bad for Black People. check it out. I'll share it on the WhatsApp as well. I see John Mosquito says I'll do some content, but you have to pay me.
We'll pay your British ass no attention.
Exactly. No, you better go pay those people blocking the sun on your country, please. We need to talk to, we should be worried about that.
We'll pay your ass no attention like your Nigerian wife, Negro.
Be careful, man. But anyway, family, asante sana for
Much
tuning
love.
in. I see reparations in the building. Much love to you to reparations. Appreciate
Love the reparations. That's General Mosquito Ghanaian sister there. When the next time you're going back to Ghana, General Mosquito? Are you too British now? Have you left your Ghanaian way of life behind? Are you too British now, Negro?
He should show us that piano, on his hat.
All right.
He has a piano on his hat, so we need to see the hat and confirm the piano. But much love.
General Mosquito can't even go back and do a Ghanaian accent. Hello, Mike. How's everybody doing over here in Ghana?
That's bollocks, You'd be like, that's bollocks.
Bollocks. You reparations, you talking your bollocks.
Yes, much love, family.
What's up, family?
Thank you so much for tuning in on today's conversation. Tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on the media of the 21st century, Black Hot Fire Network. My name is Joby.
What's up? Oh, hey guys, next week Joby's not gonna be here. We're gonna Eric Khan sitting in for 2 weeks for Joby. Joby's gonna be down in Tanzania with her new Tanzania boyfriend down there.
Oh my! Oh no! I don't think I can stand that. Oh no! I prefer people talking English and my Swahili.
Maybe she might meet a South African down there in Tanzania. We don't know. We'll see.
That'll be good. That's my manifestation. No cap.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a manifestation I have. It's amazing, someone who's gonna be taking me out of the country, because you need that, I'm a Sagittarius. I like traveling. But anyway, so I see Keisha Williams, nice to see you. Says, did you talk about the black man choke of death by white cop? Oh no, not
who got choked to death?
A black man was choked to death by a white cop.
No, I didn't hear nothing about that.
Exactly. We'll check on that tomorrow.
We'll check out tomorrow. No, I heard nothing about that, Cassius. Thanks. We'll do that tomorrow. I heard nothing about that. Choked to death by no police officer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but much love, family. Emil, all love to you too as well. Have yourself a beautiful day. See you guys tomorrow. Same time.
Peace, fam.
Yeah, remember to send your donations if you can, boost at Girls Trip. Ensure, we get to Tanzania safely. Our, eat some snacks.
Yeah, if you can donate, General. If you can donate, donate to Joby and Shimani's trip to Tanzania.
Yeah.
As they walk down the boardwalk, smacking white folks in the head. What are you doing in Tanzania?
This time I'm traveling with Shimani. Shimani needs food, so please, send them moolah. Moolah.
Oh man. Oh man. That was Joby, Shimani, not me. Oh man.
Me too. I did it. I've been eating lately, so yeah, please, send us some chicken or some rice. It would be really, really appreciated.
We're gonna need some rescue, Joby. Some rescue funds for Joby. Joby's gonna try to go out and swim, and that's dangerous. Okay, Joby can't swim.
Oh no, I can. He's lying, man.
We're gonna need some rescue funds for Joby.
Family.
Reaching out to all of our brothers and sisters on the African continent. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio.